All right, back. Crazy day. I had a couple bad trades. I'm going to show you what they are. And I'm doing these videos for people that are trying to get into day trading. I am basically kind of new to day trading, 2 years, but I've been doing it full time now. And I'm trying to help those who are trying to get into it because it's really hard to get into and there's really not that much guidance out there. So if you have any questions, obviously post them. And that's the main thing here. I'm trying to help out anybody who's trying to get into day trading. So I will answer you. I'll even make a video answering your question if you have any pertaining to day trading. So first off, I'm going to show you a bad trade I had today, and I'll show you why it was bad. Okay, here we go. So this was KHC. This showed up in my Trade Ideas scanner that I built. Showed up in my bouncing through VWAP scan, which I've mentioned in other videos. Let's see, it probably showed up around, 10:50. I actually showed up really early in the day here, KHC right here at 10:30. So right around here, because it was milling around VWAP. So what that scan looks for is basically it looks for any stocks that have been down on the day and are coming back through VWAP. Because a lot of times what will happen is a stock will be down, but it'll bounce and it'll come back to VWAP, and that'll be the test. If it holds VWAP, gets above it and holds it, it can continue. If it doesn't, it'll reject it and basically continue back down again, basically using it as either support to go up or a resistance to prevent it from going up and continue back down again. So what happened here was just bad management on my part. So I got in right here. See, it came down, got above VWAP. I got in right here, and you see this dotted line right here. When I pulled these markers away, you might see a faded dotted line right there, right along here, starting here. That's yesterday's close. Okay, so I got in right when it got above yesterday's close because I was hoping it would use VWAP and yesterday's close as support. So what happened is it kind of shot up a little bit after I got in, and then went right down and stopped me out. See, I put a line here to help show where my stop was. I got out right here, 48.14, and that's my first target, 48.56, and I got in at 48.28. What happened? Hit my stop and went right back up. And you see this a lot with new day traders too, especially when you set your stops too tight. It'll if you're too tight here, especially because VWAP, look, it held VWAP basically because it closed above VWAP on this. It just had a little tail down and a little tail down here. So I should have gotten right back in, but after that I was looking at other stocks. So I was essentially right in targeting this stock because it did end up going through VWAP and continuing up to my first target. Eventually, kind of faded after that, but I could have actually had a winning trade here if I had just moved my stop just a little bit down, or just held off on exiting here. So that was a loss. So I was upset about that. I had another trade that didn't go well, General Mills. This was a loss for a different reason. So I got in right here. This looked like an opening range break, really, because the opening range for the first 30 minutes is basically level here, and it got above it and started moving up. I got in at about 47, and it kept moving up. But I didn't take any profits. It only went up about 20 cents, and then it started to fade. I should have gotten out a little earlier, but I waited for it to get down to, I thought maybe it could hold above this close of yesterday. You can see that dotted line again, but it didn't. So I just got out here. It was a small loss. I had moved, my original stop was below VWAP, and then as it moved up, I moved my stop up and got out right here eventually when it came back down. So it was a loss, but it was a small loss. And you can see on this, also on this other 5-minute chart, which shows the 8 EMA and the 20 SMA. Those are good ones to use together. When the cross happens, it indicates a change perhaps in direction. You can see actually that happened here. It moved up, there was a cross, and it continued up. Now look at here, there's a cross down, and it continued down. So this was a loss, an unfortunate one. Now I made up for it in my last trade of the day. Recovered all my losses. Basically came out flat today, maybe a little below flat, but I came out fine today with 2 losses and 1 winning trade. Now this is one that obviously showed up again on my bouncing through VWAP. You see, stock was down. VWAP, by the way, is this purple line. It's a must for any day trader. Down through VWAP, right? Came back up, kind of fought with it, got above it, and then used it as support here, right? So then I got in right here when I saw it moving away from VWAP again. Kind of got me nervous. Went back down a little bit, but my stop was below VWAP. I got in at 25. What did I get in at? 25.30. And I put my stop at 25.18. So 12 cents. 12 cent. And for risk to reward, you want about 2 or 3 reward to risk ratio. So I wanted it to get up. Basically, 24 cents or 36 cents would have been a 3-to-1 reward. It did just that. Look at that. I got out at 66. Look at this. Look at this skyrocket right here. That came back down, so I got out at the right time. But I got in at 30, got out at 66, 36 cent gain. I was risking only 12. That's a win. So yeah, so quick video today. Any questions, please leave them in the comments. I can go over these trades a little bit more detail if you want. But please look at my other videos, subscribe, hit the like button, whatever. I don't really care about that. I just want to help anybody that I can that wants to know about day trading. So that's it. Yeah, so give me a shout out if you have any questions, and I'll get back to you. And I will see you tomorrow.